this video we will discuss about the most important topic of statistics, that is mean. There are three methods of finding mean for group data, that is direct method, assumed mean method and step deviation method. Now if we want to find the mean for this group data by direct method, then we have to create these two columns, xi and fi-xi. This xi column is very simple. It is just the average of these classes, or simply we can say that it is the midpoint of these classes. You just add these two values and divide it by 2. So sum of 5 and 0 is 5 and half of 5 is 2.5. Now to find the next value of xi column, we add our class length with this 2.5. What is class length? Class length is the difference between upper class limit and lower class limit. That is the difference between 5 and 0. So in this case the class limit is 5. So 2.5 plus 5 we get the next value of x, that is 7.5. Again 7.5 plus 5 we get 12.5. 12.5 plus 5 17.5. 17.5 plus 5 22.5. 22.5 plus 5 27.5. 27.5 plus 5 32.5. Okay, this fi-xi column is very simple. It is the product of fi and xi. You multiply this 12 with 2.5 and get the first value of fi-xi, that is 30. Now by multiplying 223 with 7.5, we get this value. So this is very simple. We obtain this column by multiplying these two columns. Okay, this is the sum of fi-xi column and this is the sum of fi column. Okay, this is the formula to obtain mean by using direct method, that is x bar is equals to summation fi-xi divided by summation fi. Now put these values in this formula and we get the answer, that is 14.56 is our mean. Now if you want to find the mean for the same question by using the assumed mean method, you have to make a 3 column xi, di and fidi. This one can be found very easily. This is the same thing which we find in previous method. Only these two are different. Now how you can find the values of di? It is very simple. You can find it very easily. What you need to do, you can take anything assumed from this column. Let's suppose 12.5 is my assumed mean. This 12.5 is my assumed mean. Now exactly over here in front of this a, you will write 0 and here we subtract our class length from this 0. We get minus 5. Again we subtract class length from this minus 5. We get minus 10. And here we add our class length with this 0. We get plus 5. Again 5 plus 5 we get 10. 10 plus 5 15. And 15 plus 5 is 20. Now this is the product of fi and di. Multiply this 12 with minus 10, we get the first value of di, that is minus 120. Similarly, by multiplying 223 with minus 5, we get the second value of fidi, that is minus 1115. Okay. Similarly, by multiplying all these values we get FIDI column. Okay, this is our FIDI column and this is the sum of FIDI column. Now what is the formula of assumed mean method? So this is the formula of assumed mean method, that is x bar is equals to a plus summation FIDI divided by summation FI. Now putting the values over here, divided it, so we get 2.07. 2.07 plus 12.5, we get the value of mean, that is 14.57. Now let us understand the last method, that is the step deviation method. And what you can observe from this method, you can observe that the calculation are very easier to, okay, in this method we have to create 3 columns, xi, ui and fiui. This xi is same, okay. Ui column can be obtained by using this formula, that is xi minus a divided by c. Okay, a is our assumed value, assumed mean, and this c is the class length, okay, the difference between upper limit and lower limit. So here I assumed that this 17.5 is my assumed mean. So in front of this a, I write 0, and in this method we write here, we subtract 1 from this 0, again subtract 1 from this minus 1, we get minus 2, again minus 2 minus 1, minus 3, and here we add 1 with this 0, we get 1, again 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. Now this FIUI is the product of this FI column and UI column. Multiply this 12 with minus 3, we get minus 36. Multiply this 223 with minus 2, we get minus 446. Similarly, by multiplying remaining values of FIUI, we get the FIUI column. Okay, this is the sum of FIUI column, that is minus 670. Now the formula that is used for step deviation method is x bar is equals to a plus summation FIUI divided by summation FI multiply C. Okay, we A is 17.5 and summation FIUI is minus 670 and summation FI is 1143. Multiply with C, where C is 5. So first we divide these two and we get 0.586. Multiply this 0.586 with 5, we get 2.393, 2.93. So subtract 17.5, 2.93, subtract from 17.5, we get 14.56, which is our mean value. Okay. Now in first you have to do the big multiplication in direct method, whereas in assumed mean method the calculation are big smaller, and in step deviation it will be smallest, and this method is the easiest method to finding the mean. So this is the end of lecture. I hope you understood all these 3 methods very clearly, and if there is any question related to today's topic, you can ask in comment section and I will reply to that. Thank you so much for watching.